What is going on, everyone? Roughneck2 Charlie here, and I'm back with some big-time Sea of Thieves information for you. Now, for those of you who have been following along with Sea of Thieves, either watching it on YouTube, or following their Twitter or Facebook page, or even being as lucky as I am to be in their alpha tester, you already know that Sea of Thieves has been set up to be a multiplayer game. Now, one of the things that people have been asking, and they have been listened to by Rare Studios, is what about these solo players, or what about players that prefer to play in a smaller group with possibly just one other friend? Well, they have answered that with basically what you are looking at here, and that is a smaller two-man cruise ship that can also be piloted solo as well. Now, a ship like this is obviously set up completely different, as you can see from the screenshots that I'm showing now. All of the cannonballs are close by, the map is right below you, the anchor is directly behind the steering wheel, and the single sail setup has all of its controls right up at the very top deck near the steering wheel as well. You do, however, only have two cannons, but with two people, that actually is going to work out quite well because you're going to have one person steering and one person on a cannon. And you're going to be able to work quite easily when you only have you and one other person to worry about, or only yourself if you prefer to play solo. So what kind of gameplay are we looking at with a ship like this? I believe this ship is going to be more nimble, maybe not faster, but more nimble. You're going to be able to turn sharper and get away from these larger ships that have more firepower and more people to shoot all of those cannons at you. So with that, I'm really excited to see how these ships will actually play in. And you can see in this footage here, it shows two ships actually shooting at one large one. So perhaps there's a way where you can team up with maybe one other player, or even your entire crew can decide to split into two teams of two and move around on these smaller ships and try and team up on these larger ones as a different tactic to get around and fight. Now, another thing that they've added is a brig. Now, this is a great addition, and it's addressed a lot of the issues that I think that people have been running into while playing the technical alpha, and that's trolls. Unfortunately, any multiplayer game that's online is going to have that one or two people that just like to just make your gameplay as unhappy of an experience as possible. So what Rare Studios has decided to do is add in a brig. And basically the way this brig works is you have a player voting system, and it takes a vote from every single person in your crew to put a person in a brig, which will also keep these trolling people from just putting you in the brig constantly, because obviously you're going to need two other votes on top of theirs to put you in there. Now, you can see in these stills here that there is going to be a change to the menu. So when you hit select, instead of just pulling up what is there now, it pulls up a My Crew option, and it has a list of your players in your crew. And then if you click on that player, it then gives you a chance to either mute that player completely or vote them into the brig. Now, you can see here that once a player is placed in the brig, they have to stay there for a certain amount of time before they can be voted out. And I like how they did this. I like how they put people in there, and it sort of gives them a chance to either think about what they've done or gives you a chance to talk to them before they just completely get kicked out of the game altogether. Now, the last feature that I'm going to talk about today is non-verbal commands. Again, this is something that they're going to be adding in the future, but I think it's a great addition. And basically, this allows people that maybe don't have a mic, or maybe they're playing late at night and they have family that's sleeping, or there could be a complete language barrier there and people can't understand what the other person is saying. So this is going to be a great way to communicate with the rest of your crew. Now, as you can see here with these other screenshots that I took, that it seems as though that the commands are different based on which part of the ship you're on. So when you're on the main map, you can see it just says go northwest, go southwest, gives you headings and stuff like that. But when you go up and you go onto the steering wheel, it's going to give you a whole other list of commands that you can have, such as raise or lower the sails, or turn the sails left or turn the sails right. So I'm really excited to see a feature like this added in so that it helps break a lot of language barriers. Now, that is all that I have for you today. I think it's a lot of great things that Rare Studios is working on with Sea of Thieves, and another reason why I think this game is going to just be an amazing release in 2018, and I already see this becoming a Game of the Year contender based on how well Rare has been working with their community and giving us exactly what we want to see in a game. And you don't see that a lot, and I'm very, very impressed. Now, if there's any other information that you would like to see, I'm going to link their Facebook page, their Twitch, and their YouTube down in the description, as well as a playlist link to a couple of their very informative playlists that they have on their YouTube page on my outro. So please feel free to visit all of those sites, all of those playlists, and learn as much as you can about Sea of Thieves, because I love it, and I hope that you will love it too. So until next time, I'm Roughneck2Charlie, and I will see you very soon.